Located not far from Perpignan, 10,000 people reside in the seaside resort of Saint Cyprien. Blue skies welcome the Rally Raid diehard fans who came to witness the start of the 7th edition of the AfricaEcoRace.
We try to make all the race in 2 weeks.
We have many loyal competitors here. We have some very big teams like the official Camas team, and in the bike class there's Frétinier, who is riding a factory bike. Then there's a wide scope of competitors in 4- and 2-wheel drive. There will be a great fight for the overall win. In 2009, the AfricaEcoRace set off in the tracks of a legendary event. The objective? Arrive at Dakar after 12 stages and almost 5,600 kilometers, including 3,400 against the clock. The AfricaRace has a quality many other rallies don't have. There are times when you find yourself in Mauritania and there is no one around for 300 or 400 kilometers. That is what makes it a real adventure. Edition 7 is a record breaker in terms of participants, and it can thank the bike division with 29 riders ready to battle for top honors in the category. The AfricaRace is now a go, with the goal of reaching Dakar on January 11th. But before, there's the crossing of the Mediterranean at Motril in Spain towards Nador in Morocco. Stage 1 is in the southeastern region of Morocco between Nador and Jorf El Haman, 645 kilometers with just 117 of special stage. No sand just yet, but plenty of tracks, stones, and holes, and some particularly difficult navigation. And the bike class favorite, Pal Anders Ulvasæter, set the pace. Second overall in the 2010 Dakar, the Norwegian rider took an easy win in 1 hour, 51 minutes, pulling out more than an 8-minute lead.
This was, for me, it was a good day. I have a new bike, first time on a new bike, and I made maybe 2 times a little wrong in the navigation. I lost maybe 1 minute. But the navigation today was tricky because the track in many places is invisible. So it's not so easy the navigation.
Another Norwegian, as well as Rally Raid first-timer, John Olav Lindstrøm, finished second in the stage. Completing the Stage 1 podium is Belgium's Gilles van der Veen. Among the cars, the pre-rally favorite also set the tone. In his Toyota pickup, Jackie Lumans posted best time of 1 hour and 37 minutes. Kazakhstan's Andrei Sherdnikov was just 4 seconds behind in his Hummer H3. While in the truck division, most thought it would be defending champion Tomas Tomasek or 2013 winner Anton Shibalov. But it was Hungary's Miklos Kovács surprising the pundits. Kovács completed the stage 3rd overall, just 48 seconds adrift of Lumans. Day 1 also claimed the rally's first victim. Hungary's Balázs Zsalai in his Opel prototype crashed out after just 25 kilometers.
How was your night?
Very good, thank you. Yeah, good sleep. Very cold.
Sand is on the program for day 2, but what surprised everyone in the early morning hours is the cold with sub-zero temperatures.
Oh, la chaleur ce matin, dis donc.
Tagunit, Stage 2 includes 377 kilometers, starting from the splendid Merzouga Dunes. A varied stage with tracks, stones, as well as the first sand section of the rally. 10 stages to go, but the favorite among the bikes seems as if he's out to crush the competition. After a day of excellent navigation, Pal Anders Ulvasæter wins his second stage at more than 45 minutes. Ingo Waldschmidt is a very distant second place at 46 minutes 31 seconds. The KTMN also impressed, overtaking 15 riders that set off ahead of him. Vadim Pritiluk completes the two-wheel top three. Victory with style is always something special. Matthew Serradori had to pass 25 other cars on his way to the stage win among the cars in 4 hours, 21 minutes, 36 seconds. The buggies had an advantage. It was the first time in the dunes, and this is where we are strong. We drove well, and we were careful because there were some climbs with stones, but the special was fantastic, and we have to thank Mr. René Metsch. Miroslav Zlapatel in an H3 finished 25 seconds behind Serradori. The Czech driver is the new leader of the category. Jean-Antoine Sabatier made it 2 French drivers on the podium of Stage 2 after he finished at 4 minutes 16 seconds behind Serradori.
C'est moi qui te tire. Et après on rentre dans les dunes. Donc c'est moi qui te dis quand tu tournes, tiens. Ok. Et tu prendras le cap 215.
Further back, Jackie Lumans is holding on but was not among the top 5 in the special. The truck class offered the first telling images of the AfricaEcoRace. The Kamaz of one of the favorites, Antoine Shibalov, pulls teammate Sergei Kuprianov in the Kamaz hybrid out of a water-filled wadi. Stage 3, 525 kilometers between Tagunit and Assa. After the Merzouga Dunes, now comes the next challenge, the formidable Shegaga Dune Range. The Moroccan desert continues to enthrall the participants of the AfricaEcoRace. The rally continues to head towards the southwest of Morocco with the second longest special of the event at 433 kilometers. Crashes and retirements, all the riders suffered, all but Pal Anders Ulvasæter, who took his third stage win, this time by a comfortable 34 minutes, but the Norwegian veteran knows he must stay focused. Staying motivated is not easy. I just need to get lost one time to drop down the order. And if you relax too much, it is very easy to crash. You have to keep focused. You have to stay at 100 or 99% instead of 70. If I go too slowly and suddenly there's a stone or a bump, you could crash. And thus, attention turns towards second place. And it is amateur rider Gilles van der Veen who currently holds the spot. The Belgian native came to surprise. He finished runner-up in the stage. Austria's Robert Thurstbacher is also in the battle for the overall podium. He set third best time of the day, and worth mentioning is the fine run-in put in by Russian female rider Anastasia Nevetova. The runner-up in the World Cross Country Female Championship took her first top 5 result. Ulvasæter now has a commanding 1 hour, 42-minute lead from van der Veen. After taking the lead on Stage 1, Jackie Lumans dropped to 7th overall after Stage 2. He won Stage 3, but behind him, the Kazakhs are still there. Kanat Shagirov is at 8 minutes 34 seconds.
Yeah, I made a very stupid mistake in the dunes, a beginner's mistake. I planted them right on the top, so we had to take the place out. And then I was a bit angry on myself, so I wanted to make good the time, and we knew the rhythm was very high.
It was quite a day to remember in the truck division. When we lost the trucks, the KMS team was in trouble, stuck in the water and mechanical woes. But Shibalov is back on form, finishing the stage just at 1 minute 32 seconds adrift of Lumans.
Today was a very interesting day because a long, super special stage, very different place, a lot of sharp stones, a lot of tall dunes.
Kamaz looks as if it will take its second-class win after its 2013 title, and what a run for Sergei Kuprianov to finish in the top 3 of the stage in the hybrid version. After 5 days of the race, a few personalities emerged in the classifications. One of them being 35-year-old Jean-Olav Lindström, who is taking part in his very first rally raid and is in the battle for the top 5 overall. Is it beginner's luck or true skill? In any case, it is mightily impressive for the Oslo-based engineer. Jan-Olav lived in Tanzania for 15 years, and his love for Africa is why he is taking part.
It
began when I watched the Dakar when it still ran in Africa. I really wanted to experience what the riders experienced. For several years, I planned my start. But the event went to South America. But I wanted to go to Africa. When the AfricaEcoRace came about, I thought about it. I was able to get on the bike that Ulvasetter rode on the 2014 Dakar. Everything came together, so I made the decision last year. But it was many years in the making.
Ja, ting bare la seg på plass, la seg til rette nå I 2014.
On the bike of the current leader of the AfricaEcoRace, Lundstøren is 5th overall. Did he expect to be so well placed? No, I didn't expect to be so well placed. I thought about first finishing the race. And if I did finish, it would be down the order. But to be in a good position, I didn't even dream about it. It's fantastic. It's cool, fun, a surprise. Yes, I would love to come back. First, to improve on my results. I made some silly rookie mistakes in the opening stages. I took a 2-hour penalty, which I didn't need to do, and which didn't help me. I also want to see more of these countries. There have been some incredibly beautiful stages. We are crossing some really beautiful countries.
Vi har hatt noen helt fantastiske etapper nå de siste dagene.
Fatigue is starting to show. The race moves forward. Fortunately, Stage 4 poses fewer difficulties with magnificent scenery along the 394 kilometers from Assa to Astrakhan, with 377 against the clock. While navigation was an issue for some, It was not for overall leader Pal Anders Ulvasæter, who scored his 4th win in as many stages in 5 hours, 2 minutes, 19 seconds. Behind Ulvasæter, Stefano Pelloni put in the ride of the day. After suffering a blown engine on stage 2, the Italian passed 17 other bikes to finish 2nd in the stage. In the battle for the podium, advantaged Thursbacher, who finished 3rd ahead of 4th place Waldschmidt. In the general classification, less than 10 minutes separate Thursbacher, van der Weyen, and Waldschmidt. A perfect day for the Czech Republic's Miroslav Zapletal. 7 cars overtaken, the best time of 4 hours and 4 seconds, and the overall lead. Another strong result for Frenchman Mathieu Serradori with 2nd place. Former car class leader Yuri Zazanov finished 5th at more than 8 minutes behind Zapletal. In the truck division, Antoine Shibboleth showed why he was the odds-on favorite at the start of the rally in his Kamax. It is hard to imagine anyone or anything getting in his way as he takes his 2nd consecutive stage win. In the car truck classification of the stage, Zapletal takes the win at more than 6 minutes. First among the trucks, Shibboleth is 4th overall, and the Russian is now in the overall top 5. We are nearing the halfway point of the rally, and there is one familiar name missing among the leaders, and it is Tomasz Tomasek. The 3-time truck division winner of the AfricaEcoRace is an anomaly in class. He is accompanied only by his navigator, Ladislav Lala, the 2 mechanics who stay in the bivouac. The small Czech squad is worlds apart from the Kamaz armada.
This is my working place. I can look inside.
This is my office. It's my fairy tale, my dream. No laptop, no onboard computer.
20 years I did this job. No laptop, no computer, nothing. It is ideal for...
It is ideal for Africa, for India, for all the countries that, in my opinion, represent freedom.
It's, from my mind, the freedom. I started to...
I lived out my dream, and I'm not kidding. It's not a joke.
This is my dream. Really, it's not joke.
The 5th and final stage before the rest day. 225 kilometers of special stage to begin, then a long 532-kilometer liaison sector to Dala, to arrive at the midway point of the AfricaEcoRace. It's farewell to the Moroccan desert with tricky navigation and canyons to descent on the program. Bike leader Uli Vassater's string of stage wins was broken by Robert Thursbacher, who pads his 2nd place spot in the overall classification. And David Frétinier put in a strong ride. The 3-time World Enduro champion made the most of the powerful new Yamaha to finish 5th in the stage. I finished 5th in the stage. I'm really pleased because I felt good on the bike. I'm on a big trail bike, a 1200 Super Tenere. It was a bit of a crazy idea, but we've seen that it has its place in the desert and in the wide open spaces. I'm really happy with it because today I had a lot of fun with it. This is a very fast stage, ideal for the bikes in a fantastic setting. A terrific win for Thursbacher but he is still 2 hours behind overall leader Ulvasæter. It was a day of revenge for Jackie Lumans. After dropping down the order yesterday, the Belgian finished third and retakes the overall lead. It was a fast day for everyone, but Anton Grigorov made the most of it. He set best time on stage 5 in 2 hours, 1 minute, 12 seconds. He is a very happy Russian at the finish line, just behind the leaders Lumans and Kuprianov. As you can see, not too many have arrived. Several journalists want to interview me, which means I did a good job. Everything is going well. I finished just behind the KAMAZ truck that set a good time. So, it's a good result. And it is true, one KAMAZ can hide another. After Shibalov the past 2 days, the number 404 team set best time among the big rigs. A feat because not only is this monster powered by a hybrid engine, its driver is not a professional racer. I'm not a professional driver. I work for a large gas company in Russia. That is why I'm driving in this hybrid truck. When I'm behind the wheel, I have a very warm feeling, like the gas is inside of me. Decidedly, the Kazakhs are on form. Behind Grigorov and Kuprianov, it is Andrei Sherdnikov who takes third place just ahead of Jackie Lumans. The only Iveco in the rally, Bowens, is hanging in, but he had nothing for Elizabete Jacinto today. Following her shock absorber problems from the day before, the lady from Portugal showed her mental toughness to finish 5th on the stage. No action tomorrow, but rather a well-deserved rest day for the 60-something vehicles still in the rally. The competitors, like the mechanics, need a day off before returning to competition in Mauritania. For the AfricaEcoRace field, the rest day is the chance to work on their vehicles. For René Mech, it is time to review the first half of the rally. There have been several lead changes amongst the cars and trucks, while Ulvasæter has so far dominated the bike category. I've known Ulvasæter for a long time. His big advantage is that he knows the roadbook very well. He better understands the message that we transmit in the roadbook. I think he makes fewer mistakes than the others. Thirstbasher is doing very well. It is a surprise, but he has stayed with Ulvasæter. There was a difficult navigation section due to the flooding, but he did a good job and finished ahead of Ulvasæter. Van der Veen in third position is also a surprise. In any case, the top 10 in the motorcycle race is a nice surprise because the level compared to the previous years has increased. It's great to see, and the fight is important, and they're riding fast. The level of racing is very good, and I'm thrilled with how the motorcycle race is going. The car and truck category is stunning. At the halfway point of the race, and we will change countries. I'm really surprised. I'm thrilled because the fight since the very first special has really been fantastic. Each one of them has had a mechanical problem, each one of them has made a navigation mistake, and all of that makes for a superb race.
Etc. Et tout ça, ça se mélange, et ça fait que ça fait une course superbe. Alors, Jackie Loumans, bien sûr.
Of course, Jackie Loumans is a brilliant man and very nice. I would like him to win the AfricaEcoRace one day. But it will be a tough job, but he can do it. He has done a very good job this year.
Il se débrouille bien. Cette année, il se débrouille très bien. La bagarre camion.
The battle in the truck category is extraordinary.
Un des 9 meilleurs camions qui existent dans les courses désert, quoi.
I think we maybe have the 9 best teams in desert racing.
De course entre
because there have been a lot of change leads between the standard Kamaz and the hybrid, with Thomas Tomasek with the Iveco, and Elisabetta Jacinto, who won yesterday.
Et puis Elisabeth Jacinto, qui leur a mis une correction hier. Donc c'est bien, quoi.
It is good and impressive to see. Everyone has worked hard, and I think it has become very professional from top to bottom. We have 5 very great trucks. Seb Patel is a surprise because we didn't expect him to be fast in his H3. He's doing a great job, but maybe he needs to calm down just a little. Sometimes he drives a little bit too close to the limit, but for now it's working. He's making progress every day. I've seen him get better every day, and he has certainly calmed down. Tomasek is an exception. He has a lot of experience, he knows his truck perfectly, and he's smart. He's patient. He knows where he is good and where he is bad. And he's in a good position, and at the end of the race, he's always close. It is a very interesting race. They are all battling, which is good because in Morocco it's very difficult, even with some stages that are relatively fast and easy compared to Mauritania, which is all about sand, where here there are a lot of rocks, and the cars have suffered. I hope they continue the fight in Mauritania, which is going to be something else. Unfortunately, the first special stage in Mauritania was cancelled due to delicate weather conditions. Stage 7 is the occasion for the competitors to return to action in Mauritania between Chami and Azougi, with the longest time sector of the rally at 433 kilometers. Clearly, the unforeseen circumstances have no impact on Paul Anders Ulvasater, another stage winner for the bike leader at more than 6 minutes faster than the second-place finisher. It was a perfect stage for me. The stage was nice, the navigation was hard at the end, and the dunes were very soft. I think a lot of competitors will be stuck for quite a while. Robert Thurstbacher finished second. The Austrian padded his advantage for the runner-up position. Ingo Waldschmidt finished third on the stage and is now fourth overall. Norbert Dubois is fourth and did a good job limiting the damage in the dunes on his heavier KTM 690. While John-Olav Lindström continues to impress with yet another top 5 result. And this stage saw matters change among the cars. The buggies had the advantage, with Matthew Serradori taking his second stage win of the rally with a time of 4 hours, 47 minutes, 3 seconds. The Frenchman is now second overall. Also in a buggy, Jean-Antoine Sabatier finished second, despite some serious navigation problems. Erwin Imschud made the most of the leader's problems to take third place ahead of fourth on the stage and now fourth overall, Yuri Zazanov. And overall leader, Jackie Lumans, had a dreadful stage, finishing more than 90 minutes behind Serradori. History was made in the AfricaEcoRace with Anton Shibalov powering his Kamaz to the top of the car truck classification. Despite electrical problems, the Russian set best time in the stage and is the new overall leader of the rally. We had a great stage, although we didn't have electricity in the cab due to a broken alternator. We ran really strong in the dunes. We're quite pleased. Defending truck champion Tomas Tomasek finished second, with the second Kamaz driven by Kuprianov in third. A smile, a conviction, a great story as well. That of a woman who has ridden motorbikes for the past 20 years. Anastasia Nifantova's passion has converted into results. Last year, the Russian finished second in the Female World Rally Cross Country Championship.
As long as I remember, I always loved bikes, motorcycles. And when I grew up and I was 16, my parents made me a gift and bought a small motorcycle. And I rode around my country house on the fields, so it was fun. So that was the start.
From that, Anastasia has become an accomplished rider. She is also a mother, and while her 2 children are at home in Moscow, her husband is one of her mechanics.
Rally is it's a very difficult, demanding sport, and it's only for women who really crazy about it, because it's difficult. I want to say that you shouldn't be afraid of anything. If you want to do something, you have to do it. If someone says that it's not for women or for men, anything, any other words, if you feel here that it's for you, you just go and do it.
There is no question that motorcycle racing is the most physically demanding sport. There were just 2 women at the start, and Anastasia is still in the rally.
My goal here is quite simple. I want to finish to see the Rose Lake. So that's the only dream for this race. I want to get as much experience as I can, because you never find something else in other races, in small races. This rally raid is like a life, a small life inside of your one big life. That's why it's very precious.
Nifantova is one of the best off-road riders in the world. What could she want more? What dream burns within her?
Now I'm at the beginning of this big story. I just, previous year I started to take part in World Championship, and this is my first marathon rally. It will take a lot of time for me to say such words. That's why I cannot say exactly.
Stage 8 of the AfricaEcoRace is the one many deem the stage to win this year. The Azugi Loop Stage in the heart of Mauritania. 399 kilometers long, with 358 against the clock. Dunes, camel grass, and very difficult navigation. Stage 8 is the toughest so far on Edition 7, and it is in this region that the AfricaEcoRace and the Dakar made their names. Robert Thurstbacher and Paul Anders Olivesetter have shared the stage wins. And on Stage 8, it is the Austrian scoring his second victory of the rally and consolidating his second place overall.
Ist einfach über den ganzen Tag macht zu wenig Fehler.
It was almost too perfect today. I can ride faster, but that is very rare. It was perfect. It was just awesome. Ulvesetter still leads the overall classification with a more than 2-hour lead from Thurstbacher with 4 stages remaining. He could no longer hide his ambition of winning at Dakar.
Jeg tenker jo litt på at jeg kan vinne hele løpet her, og så prøver å holde
Yes, I think about the win when I ride.
Som prøver å attakkere da, altså.
So I'm trying to be careful, but Robert attacks all the time, so I have to also attack.
99% av hver.
We will see tomorrow when he has to open the stage.
Så det blir litt sånn annenhver dag man har en fordel, altså det lønner seg å starte bak. Vi starter med 2 minutters mellomrom.
Namibia's Ingo Waldschmidt continues his strong run with third best time of the day, and he is still 4th overall. Gilles van der Ven can feel Waldschmidt breathing down the back of his neck. 4th in the stage, the Belgian rider is now less than 30 minutes ahead of the Namibian. The Ukraine's Vadim Prityulak completes the top 5. Like the day before, the buggies stood out in the dunes. Yesterday he was second. Today, Jean-Antoine Sabatier set best time in 5 hours, 7 minutes, 50 seconds, with an almost 15-minute margin of victory. After finishing second today was yesterday's stage winner Matthew Serradori. Unnerved after having gotten lost in the final 30 kilometers, Serradori isn't celebrating just at his place as the new overall leader. Honestly, the AER is a major rally. We are pleasantly surprised with the quality of the stages, their difficulties, the quality of the road books, and I think that really says something that we are following in the tracks of Thierry Sabine, because this is a proper race. Our ambitions at the start of the rally were to do the best we can. Now our ambition has grown because we're in the lead. We're going to try to keep the lead, and we will at least fight to hold our position. On paper, we don't have the best car, but everyone in the team will do their best so that we can stay in the lead. There is still a long way to go in the race. There are 2 more stages in Mauritania. Nothing is decided. We're focused. Anything can still happen.
On sait que tout peut arriver.
Jean-Antoine Sabatier is second overall. And Antoine Grigorov completes the top 3. The Russian pushed hard and even left some bodywork in the dunes. Patrick Martin made it 3 Frenchmen in the top 4 as he finished ahead of Kazakhstan's Kanat Shagirov. Former rally leader Jackie Lumans retired from the AfricaEcoRace after losing too much time in the dunes. Team Kamaz took its 5th stage win, with Sergei Kuprianov in the hybrid taking the honors.
Да, конечно, я очень счастлив.
I'm really very happy. I must say it was team tactics. Anton Shibulov's crew and mine decided to cross the dunes together, and it paid off.
Поэтому это тоже предопределило такой результат.
Antoine Shibulov was the second best truck on the day. Elizabeth Jacinto thought she didn't have the truck to get over the dunes. Her man let her down the day before, but she came back to set 3rd best time among the trucks. Miklos Kovacs also had a better run than the day before in posting 4th best time. And after 2 difficult stages, Tomas Tomasek was 5th on the day, but nearly 3 hours behind Kuprianov. Stage 9 from Azugi to Agjut is 391 kilometers long, with 367 competition kilometers. And there is lots of sand and a route absolutely enchanting. Enchanting, sublime. Words do not do the Mauritanian dunes justice. Beaten yesterday, Pal Anders Ulvasetter is back to his winning ways with his 6th-stage triumph. He now has a more than 2 hours, 30-minute lead. A small surprise and a big showing from Ingo Waldschmidt, who finished 2nd, and he is more than ever in a fight with Gilles van der Veen for the overall podium.
I hope so. I'm trying to catch up. I've got like 27 minutes still to before like 3rd place, so I hope I took some time off from him today.
Robert Thurstbacher had to settle for 3rd best today, but he is still comfortably 2nd overall. 4th in the stage, Gilles van der Veen is still 3rd overall, but just barely at 39 seconds to the good ahead of Waldschmidt. Amateur rider Jean-Olaf Lingchon completed the top 5 of the stage. Jean-Antoine Sabatier had a day to remember. The Frenchman set best time in the stage at 4 hours and is now the new overall leader. But the driver of the Bugga 1 doesn't have the heart to celebrate. We were in a battle with Matthew and his Predator, and it was fast time for him, then a fast time for me. It was really quite interesting, while the others were a little bit further back. We won the stage with a 15-minute gap to Matthew, but sadly, his engine expired 300 meters before the finish line. He's a friend, and we never want to see things like this. We envisioned both of us on the podium. I am just a bit disappointed. We broke the engine 500 meters from the arrival, or 300 meters. I don't understand. I have nothing to say. That's the way it is. It's the frustration of rally race. That's it. The rally is over for me and for Didier, and so we're heading home.
Retour maison. Voilà.
Antoine Grigorov put in another fine stage to finish second and is now 7th overall. He never gives up. Thomas Tomasek suffered in the Mauritanian dunes, but he sets best time among the trucks, and it feels good. I'm happy to be here. We had a small fuel leak, but after the struggles of yesterday, it is nothing at all. We are back in the race and back in the fight. Elisabetta Jacinto's truck isn't the best suited for the sand. But after a third place finish yesterday, the lady from Portugal went one better today. Also worth mentioning is the performance of Patrick Martin in the Volkswagen buggy, who claimed 6th place yesterday and came back today to finish 4th.
Attends. On monte là-bas, nous, hein? Ah ouais, mais tu suis la montée 30. Allez. Allez, à gauche, là.
Stage 10 of the AfricaEcoRace features the tallest dunes of the rally. The race heads west with 349 kilometers between Ajout and Tuila, with 342 kilometers of special stage. Robert Thursbacher wins his third stage and is the only rider capable of battling with Ulva Sutter. But the Austrian is still a very distant 2 hours 30 minutes behind the dominating Norwegian in the overall classification. The battle of attrition over the 3 Mauritanian sand stages is paying dividends for Ingo Waldschmidt, who is now 3rd overall after taking almost an hour and a half out of Gilles van der Vien. I'm here to enjoy myself, so I'm not putting any pressure on myself. I lost my concentration, and with the sandstorm, I had a hard time to find the tracks. It happens. It's part of the experience. Jean-Olaf Juntorn finished 4th, making it 6 top 5 results for the Norwegian rookie. The Mauritanian dune stages have also taken a toll in the car category. After Zaplatel, Lumens, and Seradori, the Ukraine's Shudnikov, 9th overall, was forced to retire. But there was one driver who came through in flying colors. Jean-Antoine Sabatier, who takes his 3rd stage win on the bounce with a best time of 3 hours, 59 minutes, 2 seconds. With an almost 1 hour lead, Sabatier is very close to succeeding 6-time AfricaEcoRace champion Jean-Louis Schlesser.
l'idéal, ça aurait été de le battre quand il était encore là l'année dernière, mais...
We tried to beat him when he was still here last year, but it didn't work. We had mechanical issues, but it is true that without him, it's much easier. If we can follow him after his 6 victories and win the 7th edition, it would be great to take over from the boss.
De prendre la relève du boss.
Antoine Shibolov set best time among the trucks for the 4th time, and once again, he and teammate Kuprianov crossed the dunes together.
Да, совершенно так. Для нас нет.
The KAMAZ strategy is to put both trucks on the top of the category podium. The overall classification with the cars is not a priority. We are only focused on our category. Sergei Kuprianov finished 2nd and added to his runner-up position in the truck overall. In the combined classification, the KAMAZ trucks are now 2nd and 3rd. Kanat Shigorov continued his strong running in week 2 in posting the 2nd best time. And despite her numerous problems in the dunes, Elisabetta Jacinto claimed her 3rd consecutive podium result. The AfricaEcoRace is in the home stretch. Stage 11 between Tuela in Mauritania and Saint Louis in Senegal is 349 kilometers long with 201 kilometers of time sector. This is the last stage counting in the classification. It was no contest in the bike category. Pal Anders Ulvasater wins his 7th stage with a time of 2 hours, 25 minutes and wins his first ever rally raid. Now I'm happy. The result will be final this evening, so it's done. Today the plan was to go slow and carefully because I was a little tired, but after a few kilometers, as you know, it's not easy to slow the pace. So I rode at 100%. It was magnificent. To ride like that, it was really a fantastic day. He became stronger as the week went on. Ingo Waldschmidt finished 2nd on the stage and assured his 3rd place in the overall classification. The ride of the day was put in by Vadim Pritulak. The Ukrainian broke his nose yesterday, but came back to finish 3rd today. From the start of the rally just until the end, he proved he is talented. In his very first rally raid, Jean-Olaf Lutgren finished 4th of the day and 5th overall. Despite a hard crash, Robert Thursbacher managed to finish 5th and hold on to 2nd place in the overall classification. Uncontested, Jean-Antoine Sabatier wins his 4th consecutive stage and succeeds Jean-Louis Slesher in the event's record book. It really seems to be done this time, so we are really happy, and I want to dedicate this victory to my cousin Thomas, who died 2 years ago on the Dakar. Among the trucks, the KAMAZ dominance was total. A 7th stage win for the Blue Armada. This time it is the hybrid driven by Sergei Kuprianov that takes the victory. Yesterday he looked defeated, but Andrei Shudnikov showed his tenacity in finishing runner-up today. Antoine Shibalov has claimed his second victory on the event after his first in 2013. He also finishes second overall in the combined results behind Sabatier. This race was really difficult, but also very interesting. Bravo to the organizers. The best drivers are here at the finish. We are happy to be among them. Our mission is accomplished with the two Kamazes on the podium. It's really fantastic. Another strong run for Patrick Martin. The Frenchman took third place and showed great consistency during this week in Mauritania. The competitors have been in Senegal for just a day, and now to reach Lake Rose, they have just 294 kilometers to go, with a non-timed 24-kilometer sector to reach this motor racing landmark. The time has come to pay tribute to the stars of the rally. With 3 stage wins, Robert Thursbacher showed impressive speed in Mauritania. Namibia's Ingo Waldschmidt rode hard in week 2. Pal Anders Olive Setter led from start to finish to claim his first Corrali raid triumph. The Norwegian tallied 7 stage wins in all and won by almost 3 full hours. Ulvasetter has finished 10 times in the top 10 on the Dakar, but this time he dominated the race in style. It's nice to be here again. It's fantastic. 3 stage wins this year after 5 last year. Robert Thursbacher was the only rider to pose a threat to Ulvasetter. Yes, I'm very happy. Now I need to rest, to understand it all. Yeah, I'm really very happy. Ingo Waldschmidt put in an amazing second week. The Namibian completes the overall bike category podium.
It feels great. It's all over, it's finished, done, nice. Very happy, very happy.
They are the last men standing, the only ones who survived the slaughter of the favorites that hit the race in week 2. After making a mistake or two at the start of the rally, Jean-Antoine Sabatier and Jean-Luc Roja went for an easy win, with more than an hour advantage from Antoine Shibalov and crew and nearly 5 hours ahead of the second highest finishing car. 5th consecutive stage win, so yeah, we're happy. Mauritania and Senegal were kind to us. In Morocco, we got a bit lost. We went to Marrakesh, we wanted to buy a piece of land. We drove all over the place, and now we have plans for the future. However, in Mauritania, it was a little more hostile. We crossed it much faster. We didn't care too much for the wind-blown sand. In the car class, the fine performances of Patrick Martin and Antoine Shibalov are worth a mention. And then further behind, the Kazakhs did themselves proud. Among the 4 cars present, it is the number 215 of Kanat Shigurov who led from the others and finished second among the cars. His teammate, Yuri Zazanov, claimed 3rd place overall. all their rivals were worried and said that the win was impossible with their presence. The Kamaz team did not disappoint. Antoine Shebalov has won his second AfricaEcoRace after his first in 2013, while also finishing second overall in the car-truck combined classification. In 2013, we finished second overall behind Jean-Louis Schlesser at the time. This year we got the same result. We are very pleased because we fulfilled the constructor's objective. Behind the number 401 Kamaz, we find the number 404. At the wheel, the amateur driver, Sergei Kuprianov. Thrilled to finish second among the trucks at less than 90 minutes behind Shibalov. We are so happy. It's a very good result. We dreamed of such an end, and we did everything we could to make it happen. Defending class champion and three-time winner of the event, Tomas Tomasek finished more than 4 hours adrift of Shibalov, but the truck driver has no regrets. We are very happy to be here in Senegal, very happy to have participated in this incredible rally, and it is in spite of the difficulties, yes, we are just very happy.
Tak bylo to super.
An excellent and very competitive 7th edition comes to an end. And as is custom, we will see you next year for edition 8 of the Africa Eco Race.